Welcome back, everyone. First of all, I want to commend you on making it through that first lesson. I know it was a little bit lengthy, but hopefully from here on out, we kind of have all the tools and skills we need to go forward. I might add in a few things here and there, but we're going to continue talking about 3D shapes and our light sources in this episode here. And so what I'm doing here is kind of showing you what our light source looked like on that first example with the door there, right? If we held that flashlight directly in front of the door and directly on it, right? That's what this yellow circle would be, okay? So what I'd like you to do now is pull up your drawing of the soccer ball, okay? So this is a sphere. And the other thing we want to ask is, where is our light source coming from? Okay, in this picture, we're going to use a photograph. Where is the light source coming from? And you can kind of look on the screen and I give you the answer, but just try to identify that when you look at a photo or just if you're drawing from real life. So if this is something you're struggling with a little bit, just ask yourself the question, where is the object brighter? So on this ball, if we look at it, we can see that the light seems to be coming from the top there, because on the top of the ball, right, that sun, most likely, since this ball is outside, is hitting the top of the ball and highlighting it. What the lighting source also tells us is where the darker parts are, or what we would call shadows, okay? So our shadows are kind of those cooler parts, or sometimes you'll hear warm and cool are artist terms that we'll use, but the shadows here circling are kind of on the bottom of the soccer ball, okay? So I know, again, this is a new drawing, but just like in our first section, all you have to do in art, just if you got a process, repeat that same process, okay? Just go through the steps that you normally do, right? So remember, our first step was laying in those flats, right? Those base colors. And one thing I forgot to tell you is when you use the overlay layer, you want to pick a lighter color than your base color, okay? That helps with those highlights. So what I want you to do now is find the soft opacity airbrush, okay? Sometimes airbrushes are in their own section, but you want to find the one that's called soft opacity. So we're going to be using this soft opacity airbrush for both our overlay and multiply layers, and I'm going to start with my overlay layer here, okay? And I know we started with our multiply layer before, but I think probably I was just thinking about light sources and that sort of thing, and it's okay to flip-flop the order between the overlay and multiply layers. And just like we were doing with the overlay layer there, right, I can come back in here and I'm going to use my original base color for our multiply layer, right? And I'm just going to go in a second here. I'm going to make sure it's set to the right layer, and then I get the color here and the color picker and that airbrush, right? That soft airbrush, and we're just going to add in just gently these shadows. What I like about the soft airbrush is we can slowly build those shadows, right? So that's nice, and you can see here's just an outline of the ball, there's the shadow, right? And if we took off our line work, that's what the ball would look like. It still looks like a sphere, right? It still looks like it's 3D. So I thought of you all the other day because I was watching a podcast that popped up in my Instagram with one of my comic artist heroes. His name is Todd McFarlane, okay? And he said that his main goal and the thing that makes artists better is when you keep thinking in 3D, okay, in 3 dimensions. That's our sphere, our rectangular prism. Those are when we're thinking in 3D. Now we also have these kind of, the shapes here, you remember from our very first drawing of the soccer ball, we called them, the hexagons and the pentagons, right? And those are kind of, they represent those patches that are on the soccer ball that the soccer ball is made up of, but they're actually 3D objects themselves. If you were to look at a soccer ball, you may already know this, you may have not seen a soccer ball, but soccer balls have edges on these patches. They kind of slope in, okay, where they're stitched together. right? So that's a 3D object on itself. So what I'm doing here is I'm kind of, that top part of that patch is going to be raised, whereas those edges are going to have a little bit of a shadow to them as well. So it's going to help us to kind of develop a little bit more depth to this drawing, and it's going to make it a lot more interesting. And I know I didn't change those turquoise lines over to our black outline line work. I'm going to do it at the end here. Again, that's something you can do later if you want in this case, because we kind of had specific lines here already drawn. But like I said, if it's a rough sketch, you might want to tighten up that line work first and then color it in. I've tried both ways, and I can say that it's a lot easier to color and paint things once you have the tight line work developed. So I just want you to paint along with me here. You can paint on your own or you can follow along with me, but just for a minute here, we're just gonna kind of go through and paint this. And again, it's okay if it doesn't look exactly like mine. Mine doesn't look exactly the way I want it to sometimes, okay? And yours might not either, but the point is, as we keep trying to grow and learn and improve ourselves.
Take my hand if you dare to stay. Feel the rush, take my breath away. If we fall, then we fall in flames. One more time, here we go again. Under the lights, we are transcending. Gravity pulls the rhythm like stars, we're never ending. We burn so bright, baby, the dawn is getting closer. Come near before it's over, we shine like supernovas. Under the lights, we are transcending. Gravity pulls the rhythm
So one final pro tip I want to leave you with is that on both our multiply and overlayers, you should play with the opacity, okay? On each of those layers. It's just fun to kind of mess around with it, and if it's not as harsh, that light or shadow, it tends to look a lot better. So play around with it and see what works. As a final reminder, I believe in you. You got this. Just keep making art. It's gonna improve even when you're struggling, even when it's hard. Remember, I believe in you.
The dawn is getting closer. Come here before it's over.